And we are back on again talking with Stanton Welch and Connor Walsh. Walsh and Welsh, Welsh. How often does that get confused?
Often.
Often.
It doesn't happen to you, I get it all.
Well, they all think he's my son.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I'd have been 10.
Yeah. Well, we are here at the opening night party for Houston Ballet and their amazing ballet of Mayerling. And you say it differently than I say it.
Yeah, but my Australian accent, I think, changes it. I say Mayerling.
And how do you say it?
Oh, don't ask me. I say Mayerling, but that's probably wrong.
Yeah. Then we'll take a vote, and 3 out of 4 we want.
If there's an Austrian out there,
we're looking for all our Austrian fans. Walt has another question.
I do. I have a question from Renee Pena Mock. You're related to Nicole Pena. Anyway, Mr. Welch, why did you decide to choose Mayerling to start this season?
Well, we didn't choose to start it this season. We actually had another program that was planned and that we'd been rehearsing. So we'd been rehearsing Symphony in C and Powder and Carousel, and then the storm hit us, and then that changed everything, and that's why Mayerling became the opener. The reason why I chose it for the ballet company is so that people like Connor get a chance to dance it, and that people in the audience get a chance to experience it, because it's such a different ballet. It's not like normal ballet. If you're a fan of opera or plays, it is a good bridge to come and see a new kind of work. So it felt like it was the right choice. And I think Houston Ballet is famous for our acting and our integrity that way, and it was the right ballet for that.
So I've got a question for Connor on that. Watching you go through the piece, I see the acting. There's so much more character in this. When you're performing it, what's going through your mind? Because I would be lost trying to think, and you haven't had a lot of time with this choreography, if I understand it correctly. So are you thinking the steps? Are you in the character? Are you just letting it happen? What goes through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, we rehearse, we try to rehearse enough that we don't have to think, that we can get on autopilot. I think in this ballet in particular, what's most important is the narrative. It is a piece of theater, you know, and so that is first and foremost. And so I can forgive myself if this step wasn't as perfect or that step, because the narrative is above anything else in this work. You know, and I am just trying to stay in it. I'm trying to convince myself, and I know that if I convince myself, that I'll convince other people as well. And that is particularly easier in this work because I barely ever leave the stage. Often in performances, you leave and you sometimes have 15, 30 minutes in the wings, and one of the challenges is to stay focused and to stay in it. This one, this one you just go, and people were asking me, how did it go? I said, I haven't really had time to think about it. I don't know.
But we're going to find out what someone else has. What's the next question?
Heidi Gilroy wants to know what is the hardest part of having to perform in a new space?
You know, I think the stage feels sort of familiar. We're using one of our dance floors that we tour with when we leave town. The hardest part for us is the first day. We are all running around, no idea where anything is. Where's my dressing room? Where's this? Where's wardrobe? Oh, I need to talk to the wig person. Where's the wig person now? So that first day is a zoo. But then, you know, once the lights are on and we're out there doing our thing, you know, we're hopefully prepared enough that we can just slot right in. And I think tonight showed that. I think everyone, all the dancers felt right at home at Hobby Center. It's been a wonderful theater for us to be in. It really has. The backstage, everything has been truly great to us. So.
The saddest thing for me, and I'll throw this to you, Stanton, is the fact that we've only got a couple more opportunities to see this ballet.
Yes, we do 2 shows tomorrow and 1 show on Sunday.
And remember, if you want to win tickets to either of the shows tomorrow, ask a question now on Facebook, and we're going to be drawing in just a few minutes, so get those questions in.
I have a question.
Well, hold on. He's going to tell me more about when else they have shows.
What was the question again?
So, 2 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday.
Yes, 2 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday, and that's it. I mean, that wasn't we were going to have 2 weekends of it, and it will certainly be a part of our repertoire.
I think,
you know, there was a great buzz behind the ballet as it was coming. I really felt like we were on track, and I see from the people here tonight that it certainly is a ballet that will become a part of our history.
Yeah. Well, who's next?
Okay, well, Nicole Pena has another question.
I've heard of you, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. This is for Stanton Welch. When you received your Member of the Order of Australia honor, Was it presented by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II?
No. In Australia, after in the 90s, they stopped having the British monarchy be the people that gave the Australians their awards. So my mother is an OBE because she got hers in the 80s, and she was given it by the Queen. And then everyone after that is only given by Australian officials, and that's why it's called an Australian member or an Australian AM or whatever the others are called.
As long as you know what you got, that's all that matters.
That's terrible.
Well, we've talked about your titles. For you, Connor, what fascinates me about this role, if it wasn't for what an accomplished career you've already had, I would say this is a career-defining role. But what you're doing is, after years of having those, you have yet another unique, amazing role.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to do this role any earlier, to be honest, because it is so challenging. And it feels like a beginning, hopefully, with this ballet, because it is such a complex part. And there's just so much for us to learn, and so much. Every time we perform this, it's going to get better and better and better. And we're going to learn more about our characters. And the company has done so much research, as well as rehearsals, because it is a true story. I mean, it led to the beginning of World War I in a strange way. I mean, it has a fascinating part in history. But yeah, as a dancer, it's just it's an honor. Not many people get to perform this role. We're thrilled that Stanton was able to bring this ballet to Houston, because it is a special work. It's I don't think any other company does it in North America. So that we're doing it is an honor, and to do this role is just...
See, now that you've done it, though, and it's been so well received and is going to be, everyone's going to try and get it now. And you're going to think, Walt has another question for us.
I do have another question, kind of along that line, from Deborah Hope. Hey, Deborah.
Hey, Deborah.
I'm assuming this is for you. Would you be interested in acting in theater if you were not dancing?
I would.
You're acting now, though, right?
That's
not right this second, but earlier tonight.
That's what I think drew me to dance. I liked playing sports when I was a kid, and then I also did like a little bit of child acting. I did some commercials and went to auditions. And the further you start studying into dance, you realize it's both of those things. It starts very technical. You have to learn the basics,
right.
and as you start to become a teenager, you realize it's theater. That you have this epiphany, and you realize you're doing both things. I get this artistic, emotional enrichment, and I also get to work and improve my body and have this connection with my body that is one of a kind. So it's a really special career that I'm really thankful that I get to do.
Okay, and you brought it up, so I've got to ask. That body, you're up there, my God, fit like any athlete you're going to see. What are your splurge days like, and do you allow yourself those?
Oh my God, well, doing this ballet every day is like a splurge day, because, it's just, the guys doing this role, I go home, if I weigh myself before and after, I lose probably 4 to 5 pounds of water weight. You just dropping weight, because you're going 3 hours constantly. You're just sweating. So hydration is key for us, especially in this work. But we work so much, we just try and eat a healthy diet, a balanced diet. We all eat sweets, we all eat, you name it.
All right, what's your favorite cheat food, though?
Cheat food?
Cheat food. When you're going to be bad and you're just going to enjoy the day.
Oh, it's just cookies.
Cookies?
Yeah,
huh?
Just cookies.
Stanton, do you still have cheat days?
Yeah.
And what's your favorite cheat?
Well, lollies, but it doesn't make any sense to Americans.
What are lollies?
They're little Australian sweets, like
candies.
Australian
like
sweeties.
candies, but
Thank you.
there's nothing that tastes like them here. I can only get them from Australia. I order them from Australia.
So your cheat days take a long time to get here. Walt's got another question for us.
From Karen Vine.
Hey, Karen.
What did you miss the most about the old space for this performance?
Oh, interesting.
Well, for me, it was just the amount of shows.
Right. Yeah.
That's all, and the heartbreak of what the theatre suffered. But I mean, we've done as well as we would have done anywhere. It's just we want to do a few more.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anyone's fault. It's just booked. The Hobby Centre's very busy. And when this all happened, what's happened for us is we had to look for empty space.
Yeah.
And that's what's so challenging.
One more question before we go and draw our winners. And I guess that's going to have to be, for people that are worried about Nutcracker? You guys have a plan? You don't have to say if you're not, but if
Nutcracker will happen.
Yeah,
Nutcracker will happen.
Hearing it here first.
We will have multiple performances of Nutcracker in Houston for sure. All that's happening right now is all the negotiations and the contracting, but we guarantee we will be performing Nutcracker in Houston.
And financially, for people to realize, for all of the arts organizations that have been hit, what does the storm mean to them?
Well, really, the storm for us is just unfolding financially. I think that we're not going to really know the impact financially until the end of this season. We have insurance claims to do, we have fundraising to raise. I think our contribution as performers, we will not make ticket revenue for the year, we just can't now. But we have ways of raising money and making an impact anyway, and I think what the most important thing was to be here for the community, and then the next year to be back and be full. Yeah.
Wednesday night, Miller Outdoor Theater. There's
yes,
going to be a big
the Mayor's event, and it will be spectacular. The opera, the ballet, the symphony, the alley theatre, Tuts, SPA, to camera.
Okay.
All on stage.
This coming Wednesday night, Miller Outdoor Theater.
8 o'clock.
But remember, this weekend, you can see Mayerling right here at the Hobby Center, thanks to Houston Ballet.
Yes.
And some people are going to win a couple tickets right now. So, Connor, draw the first one. This is going to be for Saturday at, what time is the early show? Saturday at 1:30. That's tomorrow at 1:30. And it is?
Christy Patrick.
Christy Patrick, you are the winner. Here we go for the next one. Stanton, who is going to go at 7:30 tomorrow evening?
Heidi Gilroy.
Heidi Gilroy. Well, there are our two winners. Thank you all for joining and for asking your questions. Thanks to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Connor, thank you so much for doing this after dancing for 3 hours and you still came.
Yeah, thanks. I hope nobody saw me get a cramp just there.
Thank you guys both so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Remember, Mayerling is going to be performing right here at the Hobby Center twice on Saturday, once on Sunday. You have 3 more chances to see this amazing piece of theater. You don't want to miss it. For everyone on Facebook Live, for ErnieLIVE, for Walt and me, for everyone at Houston Public Media and the Houston Ballet, thanks for watching. It's a whole new season of us coming up. Keep in tune. Bye-bye.